You know, I am kind of tired of some CSGO YouTubers making investment videos, but then never actually investing into those items themselves, basically making theoretical investments. Let's change that for a second. I made a secret investment of 1000 euros cash into CSGO skins about 6 months ago, and in this video we're gonna look at the results. First, I'm gonna cover the process of how I transformed from cash to CSGO skins, because there is a certain process and it's quite important. Second, I'm going to show you exactly which skins I got, when did I get them, how much did I pay for them, how much did I sell them for, and what was the reasoning, why did I buy them, basically explain what was going through my mind. And third, we are going to compare the results of this investment to the results of my flipping activity, and you're going to see which is actually better. This table right here is how it all started. I had 983 euros cash, and I bought these items on Skinport, basically on the 1st and 2nd of November 2021. And why did I buy those items on a third-party site and not on Steam directly is because I was able to resell these items on the Steam market for basically a 32% increase. Generally, it's known that the Steam balance is about 30% less valuable than actual real money. That's why you have to go through this process if you want your money to keep their value when they transform them into CSGO skins. If I had just deposited this money to Steam, I would have gotten 980 Steam balance, which is much less compared to what I actually got, which is 1300 on Steam after I sold everything. It took me a couple of weeks, maybe even 4 weeks for this item specifically, because it was kinda hard to sell. But after all, I managed to sell everything, and this is the table of which items I bought, on which day I bought, and for how much I sold them. Okay, let's break this down. Right here you can see the name of the items, the quantity, the buy price, the sell price, and the collection, or perhaps the type of item that it is. Also, I want to say that I already sold all of these items, well, except 2 of them, but I sold most of them at the beginning or in the middle of June, basically. The first type of investment that I made was rare CSGO cases, that is the Gamma 2 case, Shadow case, Glove case, and Spectrum case. You generally know that those cases are in the rare drop pool, so they're not generated as much, therefore they have quite a big reason to grow in price. Let's take a look at our top performers, which is the Glove case and the Gamma 2 case. I bought them at around the beginning of December, so about here, and I sold them around April. That was, I think, a pretty good decision overall, because this was the highest growth it's ever achieved in this period. I sold it at this peak right here, mainly because I believed it's not gonna grow much more, and I was kind of right? Since then it hasn't really moved much. I've just cashed out that money and I started flipping using that money since then. I think that was a pretty good decision. The Glove case also performed pretty well around December. That's when I bought it, and sold it around April when it had this huge spike. Overall, I didn't invest that much money into cases. It was less than 150 euros, but this money has performed really well and gotten me a lot of returns. Also, I bought a few Legends autograph capsules from Krakow 2017. I believe this is one of the best capsules you can buy for growth, because you can see the total graph overall. And so I bought these sometime around November, so probably around here. And I managed to sell them basically on April 6th, which is here, when it had this huge growth. Afterwards, it dropped quite a bit. Now it has recovered, but I'd already sold them and started using that money. These things brought me another 44% profit in those 4 months. Besides that, you can see that I bought a lot of discontinued rare collections, which is Control, Assault, Havoc, Gods and Monsters, Saint Mark, Norse, Cobblestone, Saint Mark again, Norse again, Havoc again, Canals, and that's about it. I bought all of these collections because I really believe that those items are generally always good, because these collections have no sign of coming back, and just as I suspected, I was right. The reason is because these collections have been generated for a few months, some years ago, right? And since then you cannot create more of these skins, basically. There is a chance that Valve will add these collections back, but it hasn't really happened before, so there is a little reason for us to think that. some of the top winners from these collections were the Gods and Monsters with 85% growth, Saint Mark with like 63-62% growth, and then also the Norse collection with 58, 65, and 78% growth. The other ones like Control, Assault, Havoc, Canals, they didn't perform as well, but still, they performed pretty well. All of these collections, I would think they are good. It's just that you can't really predict which ones are gonna be the best. That's why I diversified into so many of them, because I just had no idea which ones are gonna be the best. Like, you could say that Gods and Monsters would be the best, but you could also say that Canals would be the best. So like, there is no way to predict. That's why you shouldn't just invest into one of them. You should just diversify. That's what I did, and I think that was the right decision. But there were also some collections that lost me money, and that is the Ember Phase from the Dust 2 collection. These items, they can drop in game, right? These collections are not discontinued. So the whole reason why I bought them in the first place is because people use these skins as fillers for trade ups. So I was kind of thinking there is a chance these are gonna go up in price, since other collections are going in price, and since people use these for trade up fillers, it just made sense in my mind that they would go up in price. But nope, I was wrong, and I took a loss for it. It wasn't a big loss, 6% for each, and I didn't invest that much money. It was only like 44 euros. And finally, the last type of investment that I made is tournament stickers, specifically old tournament stickers, such as Cologne 2014, Kato 2015, Cologne 2016. Overall, these have lost me money, specifically because of the simple foil from 2016 and the Navi from 2015. And the reason why I bought these stickers in the first place is because each summer, almost each summer, there is some huge hype for these stickers, and they go up in price 3-4 times sometimes. And the time when I bought these things was around November this year, so around right here. The hype hasn't happened yet, as you can notice. That's why I have not sold them yet. I'm still waiting for the chance that there might be some hype and I could get 3-4 times the price for those stickers. That would be amazing. Still, that hasn't happened, so I just counted as if I did sell these stickers today and I took the loss, just to kind of draw a conclusion. Right here you can see the overall percentage of profit that I made in these 6 months, that is after Steam tax, because I sold most of these items back on Steam already. So I managed to turn 1,300 euros on Steam into 1,700 euros. I think that that's a pretty good result, because last year was not impressive at all in terms of growth for skins. So I think I did pretty well with this investment. Now, okay, you might ask me, like, why did I sell these skins if they are such good investments? Well, here's the thing. I also trade and flip skins, right? And from my statistic, analytics, and so on, what I've noticed is that flipping, trading is much better than investing. Basically, let me try and explain. First of all, I started with 983 euros cash when I started investing, and that was transformed into 1,300 euros on Steam. Now, after 7 months, I have 1,700, and if I were to transform this 1,700 euros of Steam balance back into cash, I would remove only 20%, not 32% as I did before, because I already know really well what items I should be buying in order to lose less when you transform from Steam to cash, basically. So I'm easily able to only lose 20%. And this right here is the amount of money I would have gotten on my bank account if I were to withdraw everything that I had invested. Okay, now let's compare to what would have happened if I were to flip this money. I started with 983. In 6 months, I would have grown each month by 10%, because that's my average. It's actually less than my current average, but I'm gonna take 10% per month. In 6 months, I would have gotten to 1,584, which is 224 more than the amount I got from investing. In terms of percentages, let's see, this divided by that would be 16% better than investing. I think this is a pretty good conclusion to why I prefer flipping over investing. And everybody that has heard me say that before is now going to understand, like, yes, okay, I see why this is actually better. And I think I'm not going to continue investing. Flipping is a lot better, but if you don't have time, if you do want to invest, then the items that I did go for, they are some of the best investments that you can possibly make in CSGO. Why? Because they're reliable in the sense that you don't have to pray to Gaben that you're gonna get an X2 or whatever else people promise. I know 30% in 6 months might not be that much for CSGO items, but in terms of the real world, that's really freaking good. Like, it's really good. So you get what I'm saying. Okay, and if you want to invest into similar collections and skins yourself, then I would suggest that you don't do that at this time, but instead do that after the next CSGO operation is released, because like at that time a lot of skins fall in price, and that's when you come into the market, you wait however long you want, you can just hold, and your investments are gonna grow much better than they would have otherwise. Like, if I hadn't invested in November, let's say, if I had invested at another time, like in August last year, my skins would not have profited 30%. It would have been 15% at best. That's why I'm suggesting that you wait after the operation for items to drop a bit. And they do drop quite a bit at that time. Anyway, I hope that this video was insightful and has taught you something. If that's true, then smash the like button, because like from what I've noticed, whenever people do smash the like button, every like brings about 9 more views. So you smashing the like button is gonna make 9 more people see the video, basically. That's how YouTube works. And if we somehow get 100% of the people watching this video to like the video, I'm pretty sure we're gonna break YouTube. Yeah, that's about it. Check out our Discord server, it's in the description. Also, there are some other links in the description. If you have questions, leave them in the comments, I'm gonna answer. And have a nice rest of the day. I'll see you hopefully in another video very soon, and have a good one. Bye bye.